Oh. We are vigilant. Right, time to see that it's gonna be fucking desynced. Auto and video. Wow, it's actually not. Holy. Alright, so we've got an event. I'll be right back, because I forgot to grab a water. Olga's. Olga's might. What the fuck is this? Get off my screen. Alright. Lettuce. 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 Let's go ahead and do this NPC one, I guess. Even though I don't need to. I always try to do the NPC quests because, if they show up, that means they're in rotation. And if you don't do them, they stay in rotation. And the more NPC quests are in rotation, the less likely it is that I'm going to get Whispers in the Wind. So there. This be my new freeze team. My man.
Say cheese!
Best say cheese, bitch.
Whirling snow! Come with
Oh,
me.
wow.
Let us find shelter
Raining.
from the rain.
Poetry exchange. Lamau. I'm gonna immediately run up and say one of the wrong words. Approach the hill of churl. Pretty sure this one is a bad one.
My apologies!
Nobody asked. I killed them. The women and the children, too. No, I didn't follow the notes. I just fucking walked up and killed them. Commission complete. Alright, and now we've got this one done. A goofy ass event only lasted like 5 days or whatever. All right. Oh. Equity. Cringe. Okay. Well, I guess let's do the event. Actually, not quite yet. I forgot to actually
I only wish life.
collect Serenity Pot shit. Condense resin. I don't think I need to level any characters. Or ascend any characters.
This realm.
This realm is truly true. I don't think I need anything else here. We're good. Pog.
If you ever
Mons Tad. Monster Tap. True. Hyper true. Catastro true. The fuck. Alright. Let me double check what I need. I don't need any of this shit. God damn it. Alright. Condense. Yes.
add Astra.
Okay. Alright, so my white blind is 470. Let me test my, set my test weapon also to 470. Is only going to be a C1. May as well show what I'm looking at. So, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to buy the Battle Pass and get Serpent Spine or not. Fuck, it didn't add the Serpent Spine thing here. That's annoying. Why did it do that now? Whatever, it don't matter. Okay, so don't care about that or that. But this is quite the increase. I need to code in this in order for this to be an accurate mathing. But even unstacked Serpent Spine is higher DPS, and holy shit, it almost doubles my DPS when it's stacked. Jesus. Even here. Wait, why would that increase when it's stacked? Because it doesn't increase defense. Oh, because it's not calculating it properly. It's nothing. It doesn't matter. Attack bonus percent defense. Okay, no, so that's actually fine. Wait, no, it isn't because it's calculating damage shit. Yeah, so I need to code that in. Yeah, I need to do a lot to code Noelle. But regardless, it definitely looks like Serpent Spine is a massive fucking upgrade over White Blind. So if I'm going to take Noelle seriously, I need to get Serpent Spine. Okay, then. Okay, we've condensed, we've turned in, we've done the things, we've done the stuff, we've thinged the thing, stuffed the stuff. Let's do the Fishing Association, I guess. Let's see what we got. We got an event. Let's see what it is. This Sears. I don't want to read this, it's too long. The hell you want?
That can't be right. Oh, but what if they're real after all? No, that can't be. But what if there's a chance?
Greetings, miss. Is there something that's bothering you?
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm Della Roche, the representative of the Fontaine Fishing Association. How can I help you? Oh, so you're adventurers. Oh, finally. Someone has heard my prayers.
Paimon could tell you were really bothered by something. Don't worry, you've got 2 super experienced adventurers right here. We'll take care of anything and everything for you as long as you pay us a little bit of mora.
Oh, you are exactly the helpers I need. See, the problem is that the fish around a fishing spot at Araneus have just all up and vanished recently. They disappeared too quickly for it to have been the work of human anglers. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I had planned to go and investigate the area right away. Right, but unfortunately, as the representative of the Fishing Association, there are a few other errands that I absolutely have to run, so...
So, you'd like us to investigate the spot for you?
Exactly, you're right on the Mora, so I thought I could delegate this work to you. Are you two some kind of prophets, knowing exactly what I was going to say like that? Or maybe like
Yes.
the oracles you read about in fairy tales.
Yeah, we're just really experienced in this kind of thing, that's all.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'll get a good night's sleep knowing the two of you are on the case.
But don't we just need to investigate the missing fish? It really doesn't sound too difficult.
No, you mustn't let your guard down. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I have good reason to believe that the fish have gone missing due to an encounter with the water imps.
You made that up.
You're both Outlanders, right? Our local fairy tales often speak of a terrifying underwater creature called Thelxie. The story our parents
Giga
would
made
tell
that
us
up.
was always the same. If we went to the water alone, then we'd be snatched away and eaten by a water imp called Thelxie.
You're at the water alone all the time.
A child eating water imp? Did they tell you what it looked like?
My father would always describe it as a beautiful, multicolored snake woman, while my mother said it had a handsome face. It's really strange, though, because you'd also hear other people describe it as just a chubby penguin with a deceptive appearance. Even though the tales vary regarding its appearance, everyone agrees
a
that it's
changeling.
really dangerous. It lives in an underwater cave surrounded by pallid bones and uses its sensitive nose to track down lonely children who've lost their way. And once it finds a child, it uses its alluring singing voice to lure them into the water before swallowing them all. Pretty terrifying, isn't it?
And pretty standard for Fontaine.
Sounds kind of scary. But isn't that pretty normal for a fairy tale? After all, those kinds of stories are usually made up to help keep children away from danger.
But what
Made-
if the fairy tale
yeah.
was inspired by a real-life tale? Just like how a water vein always has a source. Well, I wouldn't call it evidence per se, but I've heard some rumors lately. They say that someone recently saw a child walk into the water as if he was possessed by something. Doesn't that sound just like he was responding to the call of a water imp?
No. Sounds like he was going for a swim.
So you mean someone really got eaten by a water imp?
It's all hearsay, so it's hard to confirm. But still, they all say this happened on Irenaeus. That's no laughing matter if you ask me. Both the Opera House and the Fountain of Lucine were built there, and the sources of many water veins can be traced to the island as well. Combine that with the mysterious mist, the huge tree with expansive underground roots, and the rumor that the fish-heps on the island can understand human language. Is it really so shocking that an island so shrouded in mystery could harbor a terrifying water imp as well?
Why does Paimon feel like you're pulling our leg? You're just piling on the rumors now. Still, if someone's really been hurt, then we can't just ignore the situation, right, Traveler?
Oh,
Oink.
marvelous. Then I'll just mark the stretch of water on your map. Don't forget that no matter what, safety always comes first.
Water Imp's conjecture. The fish are fine. They're literally right here. I would catch them if I needed to, but otherwise, that's kind of a waste of my time. You know, I really don't like playing Farina in open world. She's such like a high DPS support that everything's going to be dead in the open world before I have any need to pop all the things. So I could just have her on the team for the sake of teammate XP. Yeah, fuck it, that's all I'm doing anyway.
Is this the stretch of water Delaroche was talking about? It looks really peaceful.
Investigate. Or like, outvestigate.
These look pretty fresh. Did the water imp get someone again? Let's look around and see if we...
That Hilitrill's having a good time.
Wait! Did you hear something just now?
No.
What is that? Don't come any closer!
Paimon? Traveler?
Traveler.
I'm sorry. I forgot I was still wearing this.
What do you see out of that? It's just a symbol.
Fremine!
Paimon, are you okay?
Paimon nearly mistook you for a water imp! Thank goodness it was just you wearing your helmet.
Huh? A water imp? Thelxie, you say? How How surprising.
Huh? You know that name too? Or do you know someone else who's trying to investigate the water imp?
No, I think our situations are probably unrelated. Sure, if that's in order. I know the name because of one of my employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop and contacted me through the shop's owner. She has commissioned me to make a special. Following her request, I've named the toy Thelxie.
Huh? But isn't it a little creepy to name a toy after a water imp? Wait, hold on! Fremina, you never take commissions from other people!
Yeah, but, she made a special request. But out of respect
Whoa.
for her privacy, it's alright though. She'll be coming over to check on my progress shortly, and I'll just tell her that you're too.
Huh. Even though you seem a little cold and reserved sometimes, you're still really considerate. Our target isn't
Yo, how'd your
necessarily the
date
water
with
imp,
Charlotte
though.
go?
We're
The fish? Ah, I think I may have connected the dots. These past few weeks, I've been taking Thelxie for underwater testing every day. The pressure So, all that about the disappearing fish? Well, it was...
So that's how it was? That actually makes a lot of sense. Wait,
Yes, I think that's quite likely as well.
whew. So in the end, it was just Fremine. Paimon spent all this time imagining what a water imp from the fairy tales might look like, and
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've created a lot of trouble for everyone else as well. I'll try... thanks for offering.
hey, it's no trouble at all. Didn't you just call us your trustworthy companions? Companions are all about helping each other.
But... don't you need to report back?
Nope, that's not how it works. See, Paimon's got these commissioner types all figured out, even though we were just tasked with finding out why the fish had gone missing. If we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding, you can bet they'd just immediately hand us another commission to help them get the fish back. Exactly! So if we can help you finish up your work and get the fish back, that would save us an extra trip!
Is that what... Huh. Alright, I'll trust your judgment. I've stored Thelxie in the tent. He can respond to some simple verbal commands. You can try calling his name and see if he'll come over.
Whoa, sounds pretty advanced. Let Paimon give it a try.
It's AI.
Thelxie, are you there?
The AI takeover has begun. What is this? Solamanine. Destry. What else we got? I don't give a fuck about you, you ass bitch. Thelxie Development Log 1. Motherboards. Lol. I had to buy one of those recently. Set to 1 for convenience. And number 3. Espionaging. Although the diving helmet can still be used to decipher, something's unintelligible. What a pity. Sorry for not being able to give you a voice, Thelxie. Who asked? Maybe set it to higher than 1. What did he set to 1? I don't even remember. As for the offset of the cipher, okay. Alright, what do we got? Beep boop lop lopagapa joppa.
So that's Fremine's version of Thelxie. It's also penguin shaped, just like Pear.
What? Oh, that's his little toy.
Yep. Had Thelxie lived in Penguin Town, he'd probably have become great friends with Pear.
You made that up.
It's not really anywhere famous.
Hey, Thelxie. Nice to meet you. Do you know how to say hello?
No, he doesn't.
I wanted to install a language output module, but due to
Yeah, I'm
time
not
constraints,
recognizing that I already read all
had
these
to
notes.
give up on the idea. As it stands, Thelxie can only output messages that were pre-written into its motherboard. I haven't given him the ability to convert those messages in.
No need to get so technical. So basically, you want us to help you complete and install this language module, right?
No, there's no need. That wasn't one of my employers. I have 2 other things I'd like your help with. The first is to do some integration testing on Thelxie's motherboard, to make sure
That doesn't sound too...
The other shouldn't take too long either. You'll need to find Thelxie some colorful shells and coral, so I can craft a weapon for him.
Is that all we need?
A
Oh, we're looking
weapon?
at right there.
Will Thelxie have to fight?
Mm-hmm. Thelxie will need to be able to charge forward with a weapon in hand, like that brave prince of legend. It's a part of my employer's request.
What an imaginative employer! Naming Thelxie after a water imp, but wanting him to look like a prince?
Good
Well,
image.
regardless of his role or species, Thelxie's
Whoa, Thelxie just said something again! Could
It's
he
like Robo
understand what
from
we were
Chrono
just
Trigger.
talking about?
He can react to certain key words, but unfortunately, due to the lack of a translation module, he still can't quite communicate with us.
That's a pity. But anyway, the most important thing right now is for us to get to work.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we're gonna be computer construction experts now.
Here we go. I have this testing manual, so feel free to reference it if you get stuck. Want to give it a try? It's okay if you don't succeed Okay. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out.
What?
Please give the testing a try.
Debug. Alright, what do we got? Equipable circuit limit. Click and drag to assemble the circuit. So... right-click to delete improper circlet assemblages. Okay. What was it telling me to drag before? Wow, we're computer experts now. Wait. Put it on with one less,
A
actually.
blade embraces its duty.
But apparently, it doesn't matter.
You're doing what?
We've taken on a lot of similar tasks before, you know.
Then let's move on to the underwater part. It's just as I mentioned earlier. We're after colorful shells and coral.
Boral.
Oh, speaking of which, you're both already pretty used to Fontaine's underwater environment.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Just let me know. It should be right over there. We'll be able to find something that'll help us with our search.
The ultimate
This is
water
it.
surface traversal.
We call this thing an echoing conch. It
Used
can
these
detect
before.
special reflection waves in the water to help us with all kinds of underwater exploration and excavation efforts. Here, did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out.
They go through the rings. The mobile player rings.
Alright, these should be enough. Let's head back to camp. Thank you for staying out here with me all this time.
Eek. Oh wait, this is actually right here. It shows it as underground. But it's not really. God damn it. Oh, it worked. Maybe I didn't even have to do that in the first place. Hello.
Ah, Fremine, you're back. I thought you might have been out diving.
I'm sorry, Madame d'Estray. I must have kept you waiting. I can report, though, that the construction of
Construct
Thelxie is
this.
going...
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not your supervisor. And these two are...
Yamada.
Oh, they're two of my trustworthy companions. They're here to help me work on Thelxie.
Yes, I see. I suppose it's only natural for someone responsible like you to have some reliable friends.
It's really nice to meet you, Madame Destray. Are you Fremine's employer? Paimon is...
Greetings, my new friends. Just call me Zuria. You are both so adorable. The sight of you reminds me of little fairies under a cottage roof.
Oh, do you really think so?
Of course. If my child had friends like you, then perhaps he wouldn't have become so obsessed with the tales of water imps. And I wouldn't...
Obsessed with the tale?
Ah, so you don't know anything about my request yet? I would have thought Fremine had explained it to you already.
Well, Fremine told us that it was a private matter, so he didn't want to just share it willy-nilly.
I see. So Monsieur Fremine is even more discreet than I had thought. As you are assisting him with the project, I believe it'll be beneficial for you to learn more about its vision and history. But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all of my troubles on you without your permission. So, would you like to listen to my story?
Sure, you can tell us anything. You've already said nice things about us, so we'll try our best to help you get through your troubles.
Ah, what a lovely little fairy. Then let me think of a way to put my
Jesus.
situation into words.
Careful with those words.
I'm sure you're already familiar with the tale of the water imps, right?
Sure.
Simply put, parents came up with a story, painting water imps as scary abductors in an effort to...
Infatuated? With a water imp?
Yes. He told me that he thought the water imp might have just been misunderstood. In his mind, instead...
So he wanted to become friends with the water imp so it wouldn't be...
Thank you, little Paimon. He indeed has always stood out from the crowd. He was actually diagnosed with loneliness syndrome when he was only 8 years old.
Was he? Is that what he was diagnosed with?
It's a type of mental disorder. Those affected by it often feel extremely lonely and lose interest in many mundane activities. The syndrome is probably what made him so determined to become friends with the water imp.
depression.
Oh no. Is it a very serious disorder?
If you were to become afflicted with the disorder, Paimon, you would only be able to say less than a fraction of the words you're saying to the traveler now.
No! Paimon won't accept that! We would have to find a doctor to help cure Paimon. Paimon has a 2,000-word quota for daily conversations with the Traveler, and she won't settle for a single word less.
The family
True.
doctor has already begun to treat my son. But since the disorder is rare, there aren't many good regimens for treatment. He's also developed some new symptoms lately, such as uncontrollable delusions.
Huh?
Uncontrollable delusions. To put it simply, he can no longer differentiate between fantasy
That's called
and
schizophrenia.
reality, and spends all his time in his fantasy world.
Then what is he seeing in his fantasy world?
It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger. I've compiled what I could understand of his recent rambling. It goes a bit like this.
Wow, Salacia Plain. Wowee. Day of the Iridescent Parade. Wowee.
Amazing. Your son came up with all of this? He really crafted a...
But perhaps no beautiful dream can ever last long. You see, the story ended with a twist.
The fire imps came and genocided everyone. Rip. Rainbow Bridge.
How could the story end like this? Is that kind of fantasizing what caused your son to develop his loneliness syndrome?
Well, it'd be more accurate to say that it was the syndrome that caused such terrible delusions to manifest. But in any case, the biggest problem is the patient eventually loses themselves to the fantasy world of their own creation.
My poor child can no longer differentiate between imagination and reality.
Perhaps in his mind, the loneliness he felt became the same as that of a prince who lost everything he ever loved or stood for.
What? So that's what you meant by uncontrollable delusions. Then we have to help him snap out of it.
Alas, most of the time he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. I've had several discussions with the doctor, and we think it is best to try to guide his fantasy. He once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world, but since the disorder progressed too quickly, he never quite got past the first page of the book. If we could use this book as a breakthrough for his condition... Here, you could...
Ah, so Zuri's son also saw Thelxie as a penguin. Aw.
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book. However, we'll lead the story to a different ending. One where the water imp prince is eventually able to restore his kingdom with the help of his friends. We'll need to chase away his loneliness and sorrow, and let him perceive a world full of hope again.
But if we just need to finish the picture book, why does Fremine need to make a Thelxie as well?
Because we need to treat the book's story seriously, as if it's a history of things that have really happened. We'll need to go on a journey like Thelxie, and help him regain his crown and country. But my child can no longer go on a journey of his own. This is why I commissioned Fremine here to craft a Thelxie, and then I'll paint the journey with this Thelxie into the picture book.
Ah, like a stand-in for your son! Paimon's starting to get it now. Oh, you really put a lot of thought into this, Zuria. Paimon still has one question, though. Where will we be able to find a Water Imp Kingdom?
There are some ruins on the seabed of the Salacia Plains. I've already asked Fremine to research them for me. we'll be able to use one of the ruins as the kingdom.
Oh, so we'll just need to act out a performance of, a brave journey through the kingdom of water imps. As long
Sadly, no. We won't just be putting on a performance. It's just as Zuria said. We need to take this seriously, and the only way we can take this seriously is if we choose to believe everything that's happening is real.
Well, I mean, or you could just put on a performance.
so we'll be playing it straight, or, making it a fully immersive experience? Oh, neither of those really sound right.
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. It's not a big deal. I believe in my son. We can just see this as him wanting to stay asleep for a bit longer, because he's so enamored with his dream.
Zuria.
Keep your spirits up, everyone. If we were to look troubled, my son is sure to become anxious as well. We temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce. It's not far from the water, and there's also a great view.
Understood. There's also one last thing. Since these two friends were able to help me out, I've made some more progress on Thelxie. I estimate that he should be ready sometime tomorrow.
That's great news. I must thank you all. All right, everyone. Let's meet.
Out of game 2 days,
Zuria
no
sure
doubt.
is a brave and optimistic lady. Fremine, do you think her plan will work out?
No, her son's gonna die.
Let's discuss that over by the tent. There were a few things that I didn't bring up because the Madame was here.
Madame. From a net.
What is it, Fremine? What did you want to say?
Her son's dead.
If you don't mind me asking, I would like the two of you to mentally prepare yourselves.
She has no son. She made it all up. She's the one with schizophrenia.
This is the first time that you've met anyone with the syndrome, right? I know you two are both really strong and will do everything you can to help the child. But with the syndrome being the way it is, if things don't quite turn out as we wish, I hope you'll be able to accept the outcome and not put too much blame on yourselves.
Fremine, why do you bring this up all of a sudden? Didn't we just promise Zuria that we'll be optimistic about everything working out?
It's not that I'm not optimistic. It's just...
So that's why you looked like you knew exactly what she was talking about. Wait, Fremine, don't tell Paimon that you also...
No. Please don't misunderstand. I've never had it. I've just seen many cases of it at the House of the Hearth, back when we lived under the previous director. They say there are many factors surrounding the development of this illness. I've heard everything from hereditary factors and one's state of mind, to environmental factors, and even ley line disorder effects. Some even say it could be caused by contamination from god remains.
That's what happened with Elazar, or at least Kole. I think that's different. It was just Kole, it wasn't Elazar. She had two things wrong with her.
And from the cases I've seen, there weren't many positive outcomes. In the worst cases, the patient could even pass away.
What? It could get that serious? And here Paimon thought they'd just stop talking as much.
Yeah, that's just the nature of it. So if you'll find it difficult to cope with the worst case scenario, I would prefer that you back out right now. I don't want you to help only to feel like you failed.
Yeah, that's right. Paimon's seen all of those things too. No matter how hard it might get, we won't be scared.
Yeah, we played Rue's story. We can handle this.
Then in that case, let's see this real-life fantasy adventure together to the end.
Yeah! But Paimon has a question. If this illness can really be as bad as you've described, then do you really think Zuria's method will be able to help? After all, we'll just be using a toy as Thelxie and some ruins as the Kingdom of Water Imps. The whole adventure will only be turned into a picture book for her son to read.
Well, I think it should be able to do something. To harbor a fantasy means that the child wants to save himself somehow. The only reason he's allowed his dream kingdom to fall is because he's lost control of his heart. But if we can help him regain control and escape from the darkness, we'll be able to change his world. Like helping someone who's lost their voice be able to speak again.
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now. Huh. How do you understand all of this so well, Fremine?
Well, maybe because I've also had many of my own dreams in the past. I even had my own fairy tale world, much like that boy's. I was able to draw a lot of support from it, so I believe in the power of fantasy worlds. So you remembered.
What Penguin Town? Why doesn't Paimon remember? Is that also a fairy tale world? Don't leave Paimon in the dark!
He shut you out.
Hey, why did you put that on?
He's done listening to you.
It's just one of my personal quirks. Please pay it no mind. Anyway, Penguin Town is a peaceful place with lots of penguin residents. They're all really good at making clockwork toys. And Pear is the town's triumphant hero, as well as the one who quietly protects the whole place.
Pear? But didn't you make Pear yourself?
Well, I often think that Pear only came to me because he realized how much I needed him. So it's not so much that I made Pear, as Pear chose me as his friend.
Fremine, are you sure you're not losing control of your fantasies as well?
Called out.
No, I don't think so. I can still differentiate between fantasy and reality. I just believe that the fairy tale world of my dreams must also exist somewhere. It might just be hidden, which is why it's difficult
That's how
to
it starts.
see. Or it will only reveal itself at very specific times.
Specific times? Like when you put on your diving helmet?
Yeah, that's the general idea of it.
Really? Paimon just said that because you put on your helmet.
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater? It's as if you're viewing a whole... I have a similar feeling when I put on my diving helmet. In those moments, it's possible to see some truly wondrous things, as if a fairy tale has become reality. It's almost like a sort of miracle.
Really? Like a miracle?
Well, if that's in order.
Hey, don't you still need time to work on Thelxie's weapon? We don't want to keep...
Right. I still have to collect some tools I'll need to craft the weapon. I've got to finish everything before tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me, Paimon. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities for you to try my helmet. Thanks for all of your help. I'll be off for now. Let's meet up here again in 2 days.
Quested. Successfully. Alright, what else we got to do around here? Yeah, what the fuck is this shit? What the fuck? Morse code? What if it's actual Morse code that says something? Okay, okay. We can't do that yet. Why would it unlock in 1 day? When the next story is in 2 days. Motherboard troubleshooting. Whatever, let's do some stuff. Complete debugging the motherboard. Wait. Oh, 13 hours. Oh, okay. It's just because it's so late in the day, it's saying one day when it's actually the day after tomorrow. Same with these. And then this is later yet. Whatever, go to challenge. What do we got? The motherboard? Sure. It's like right next to me. Nexus. She might need that. He looked at this. Where was that lady's house? Was that it? Or that it? Seems kind of far. Which made it sound like it was close. This was somebody else's house.
Who are you? I have a patient here who needs quiet.
Oh, that is their house.
Hold that pose!
So now, get pictured.
Into the wind.
Table? Huh? How did you get up there? Up there a second ago.
Take flight!
That tingle?
I got Give me your loot now. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Oh, I can just teleport here. Depalort. Debug motherboard. Broken circuits. Wait. Okay. Ah. Okay, so it needs to go like here, and then like here. Yo, chill. Wowee, that was a whole thing. Okay. Can they crisscross? Christopher Cross? No. So the best way to do it would probably be just having this one go here and this one go around. Yo, chill. Art. Wowee. Wowee clappers. Alright, what's next? Okay. What is this? Record of the search. Go to challenge. Proceeding. And I notice how slower this is without Nivelet. Nervilet. Dude, chill. Oh, mommy poggers. Get these barrel conches is what I'm doing. Is there any more? I see this thing. I'm gonna go knock it up. Lamau. Nice. I made the fucking interactive map so bad. Why did they do this? You really have to go into fucking inspect element and delete this fucking thing on the right every time it reloads. It's so bad. Okay. Back out of the way. Where am I? Here. Okay. Back to you. Hey. Wait. I have to just like kill him? Is that what's going on? Okay. Guess I murder you. Chill, nobody cares. Fuck loser. What's this? I have pressed the button. Okay. Hello? Oh, is this the one where you have to murder the whole family? I'm gonna do it. It's not my fault. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Hit you with your own pimp. Genocide. All right. Next. Oh, there's no next. I did it all. It all got done. Down. What's this? Okay. Sure. Oh, here he is. Fremine. Okay. Well, we're done with that, I guess. What's it take to level Serpent Spine anyway? Something that I can't farm today. But I could have farmed yesterday. But I didn't. Didn't do it. Okay. So, that said, what to do now? What's this thing out for me? Oh, the rest of my things. Now I can go turn it in. Smilers.
Ad Astra.
Ad Astra is cock.
Thank you for completing today.
Okay, get Serpent Spine out of that. Finally. I've been avoiding it. What do I want to spend my resin on? Maybe nothing. I was going to spend it on White Blind, but apparently White Blind isn't any good, even for like a Geo Claymore character. And Serpent Spine is just better. So I suppose I will not waste any more on it. So, I feel like I always have this question. We can farm for Kashing. Neverlet as well. Okami as well. I wouldn't mind getting Neverlet's Q up to level 8. Okami's Q up to level 8. Ours one more. Shen has fine how she is. Yes, Yalan is fine how she is. Xing, however, I could get that up to triple nines. Anyway, as for weapons, I don't really need to level up any weapons, except for Serpent Spine, once I get it. Because Threeling Tails doesn't matter, Black Tassel doesn't matter. Prototype Amber, nobody's going to use it for a while, although maybe they will. But I can't farm it anyway. Deathmatch, nobody's using it. Harbinger, nobody's using it. Sackbow, Favbow, Yeah, it's kind of whatever. Yeah, I don't need to level up any weapons. I could just go farm some artifacts. Or I could just save my resin. Or get my Kashing to 999s. How much? Kashing, Yao Yao, Kazua, Official. Even though this guy isn't using exactly what I want. I don't understand GC Sim sometimes. Like, here, let me show it. So, like, this thing, everything goes perfectly. But if I were to... what am I doing here? Copy config? Send to simulator? Continue. Okay, yeah. So if I were to do... Everything is the same. But I were to replace this with mine... Wait, I didn't want to replace all of them. Why didn't it do what it said it was going to do? Wowie clappers. Now it has to do it again. Thanks. Alright. Fuck that then. Alright, so if I were to do something like... config change official from Thunder Soother to her BIS, which is Golden Troop. Rerun. Okay, so nothing bad happened yet. But that is a significant DPS increase. Kazua. I don't know what Zyphos does, so I won't mess with him. So Lion's Roar, all that does... Let me look at my game real quick. Lion's Roar. Lion's Roar. It gives you attack and increased damage against pyro or electro affected enemies. Versus Black Sword. Neither of them do anything to energy. So we change this. I really hate that that's a DPS increase, because it makes my Black Sword fucking useless. Apparently I need to swap to Black Sword. This maybe they updated this so that it doesn't have the problem that I was talking about before. I'm gonna run ads just in case while I'm doing this boring shit. So Zyphos Moonlight. Well, the other one was using a R3 Lion's Roar, and I have an R3 Lion's Roar right here. Sword of Narcissenkreuz. I don't know, apparently I need to use that. Alright, what does this require upgrading? I can farm it. Alright, so I need to level up Lion's Roar, I guess. Because apparently it's just fucking better than Black Sword. But what if I refined Black Sword? Black Sword, refine, I don't know, R5. Let's go all the way in, see what happens. It's still less than Lion's Roar. Oh my god. That's so annoying. Getting a Battle Pass weapon. And leveling it all the way up to 90 and having it be literally worse than my fucking... Well, whatever. Black Sword was good to me for a while. R3 Lion's Roar. Thundering Fury, rerun. So other than this is the same. Ketane and that. I think my Kashing has like a lot of crit rate. Let's go back here to Cushing. Tenacity. Okay. Sure. So with all of that, crit rate. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I should put in my actual characters. Sent to simulator. Oh, this is what I was looking at before. Copy and ignore character stats. Alright, well. Some of these characters have been updated since then, though. Let me export. Good format. Where am I putting this? Good, okay. Do you want to replace it? Yes. Okay, and then I can go back over to GC Sim. Go ahead and delete all of that. Make it mad. Wait, where's the import? Is it under Tools? Import from Geo. Oh look, I have to actually go fucking load it up manually rather than load it in as a direct file. That is annoying, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Genshin, good. There we go. Load. Good data imported successfully. Alright, so then we add in Yao Yao. Wait, wrong fucking one. It should just default to the one that's mine. Official. Fishing. Kazua. Can my team even do this? Somebody doesn't have enough ER to burst. So this doesn't work. I never burst on her anyway. How many times does Yo-Yo burst? Skill attack. Alright. We're just gonna get rid of this. You know, she doesn't even need to do any of this, probably. And we'll see what happens. Skill on CD, of course it is. It'd be nice if it, like, directed you to the specific one that's getting put on CD all the time. That's 4 seconds of just standing there doing nothing, and up to 10. So that needs to be resolved. So it must be this one. Official attack skill. Kazuha attack skill, high plunge. I'm just gonna put attack. No wait, no I'm not. Skill, burst, skill, attack charge, attack skill. Wait, 22? What? Attack charge, attack charge. Why is it waiting? I feel like this is some weird min-maxy bullshit. Apparently... Whatever, it doesn't matter. How is it still on cooldown? Okay, so that did nothing. Well, I guess I'll put it here? I mean, I guess it's probably being caused by there being no dendro on the character. Enemy, so that it's not reacting and thus not reducing the cooldown. That's all I can figure. So I don't know, I guess I'll just add in an extra one on both ends of it. And it's still waiting, what the fuck? Yeah, there's no way. Why is this wait here? I'm so confused. So confused why these weights are here, but whatever. Probably some weird, like, min-maxy thing that doesn't matter in actual play. But in order to somehow trick the algorithm into giving you more DPS than you're actually dealing, they added the weights in here. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. Why is it doing that? Oh wait, it's this one, isn't it? Attack charge. Let's add another one. There we go. There we go. And yet somehow the DPS isn't even higher. Yeah, see, this is what confuses me. Like, how is there this much of a difference in the DPS? Because, like, the biggest difference is that they have Zyphos on Kazuha instead of Fav. What if I just change that? Nobody cares, shut up. I don't know what Zyphos does. Keep everything else the same. Okay, whatever, dude. Imagine not recognizing Fav. Is this right? Open in viewer. Upgrade. Nobody cares. Config. I need to actually type out Favonius sword. Yo, cancel. Nobody cares. Rerun. Okay. That only drops the DPS a little bit. And I guess the other difference is that my talents are lower on a lot of characters. So let me see what happens if I put them down to where mine are. Because mine right here are like 4, 6. Maybe that's 9, I don't remember. But this is 8. 8, 8. Yao Yao is like 2, 8, 8. Official is 191. That doesn't even lower the DPS by that much. Okay, so maybe it's just his stats are fucking insane. Miss. ER 20, 36, 46. That's not even that much. Mine is literally better than this. This one is about the same as mine. And this one is, no, whatever. Got a lot of ER. Yeah, so it's not the stats that's causing it, because my stats are the same or better. I've got my talents lowered appropriately.
A blade embraces its
at?
duty.
Shut up, Aika.
Can I play
Let me actually load that team up so it's easier to cycle through. 90, 90. Oh yeah, and yeah, it's 80 for me. That's gonna be almost no difference though. Run. How is that even a noticeable difference? I mean, it's only like 100. No, it's more than 100. How is... I guess she does aggravate damage, so her level is important. But yeah, she's 288. Wait, and she's also not C6. My Yao Yao is C2. That could be a problem. Yao Yao C2. Rerun. What does her talents do? It upgrades her talent levels. How is it doing more DPS when she's lower con? What the fuck? 1,000 iterations, not enough, I guess. Yeah, her C4 is pretty good for her DPS. Gives her a nice chunk of EM. I don't have that. Why is this attack scaling? Oh my god, that's gonna do nothing. Mega Radish. Larger explosionary. Restores HP. Yeah, her C6 is completely irrelevant, it looks like. But her C4 is nice, and C3 and 5 are also not bad. And I don't have any of them, so, yeah. Well, whatever, I still haven't gotten to the bottom of why my DPS is so much worse. Official is C6. My Kashing is not C0, my Kashing is actually C2. E2. Wait, what the fuck? It's immediately lower. By adding her C2? How is that a thing? Literally all it does is add more damage. And, well, more energy. The fuck? Do it again. I am so lost. Let me put it down to 0 again. And it's higher. What? How? What is wrong with this simulation? Having more cons on Kashing makes your team deal less damage, according to this. That's like averages at around 50k, pretty consistent, and this one is more like 49 or lower. Jesus, okay. Also, this is 448. Even less damage. So I got my Fav. So this is now my Kazuha. Except for the specific stats on the artifacts. Shing. Put this up to Golden Troop. So that's a big buff. . My Stringless is not that high level. Or refined, I should say. That drops the DPS a bit. My Yao-Yao has not Instructor, but rather something else. That's basically the same as my official. Basically, no, not yet. Basically, no, not yet. Basically the same as my Kazuha, basically the same as my official. Let's swap out Lion's Roar for what I am actually using on mine. It's a little bit of a decrease. Next up, okay, only one change left, and that is from Instructor to Tenacity of the Millilith. Which would increase the stats. Oh, that's all of her stuff. That would actually increase all of these numbers. And all of these numbers. But I'm not worrying about that yet. Oh, this is with that. This is just the artifact stats. Okay, so never mind. They are way better than mine. How do I see not just the artifact stats? Oh, whatever. Yeah, they got a fucking infinite amount of CR. I think I have a... Yeah, I have a crit damage circlet. Just causing that. So if I switch off of Black Sword, I would probably need to switch into a crit rate circlet. Because my crit rate is 30 on Kashing from artifacts and 115 at crit damage. So that's basically just a swap from a crit damage to a crit rate circlet. Right there. What else we got? Official. My official is a similar kind of deal. My official also has a crit damage circlet, but if I swapped it to crit rate, my stats would be about the same as that guy's. Unfortunately, you can't just do that. You actually have to fucking find one. I'd love to. Azua. Their Kazuha is way better than mine. I got more ER, but they have way more crit and crit. And more EM. Wait, how is my EM on, EM's about the same. I have more EM on Kashing than they do. What about Fischl's EM? I have 77 EM on Fischl. Well, it's about the same too. So their Kazuha is just better than mine all around. Our Kashing and Fischl's would be about the same if I just had a crit damage or crit rate circlet instead of crit damage circlet on both of them. And Yao Yao is the last one. My Yao Yao has more EM. My Yao Yao does not have crit rate or crit damage. So they went hard on the DPS for her. Yeah, my Yao Yao doesn't deal any damage. Sheeshers. Pig Nari. Anyway, and they have a shitload of ER on her. I have no ER on her. Alright, so let's apply lots of changes to Yao Yao. I'm not going to change all the stats, I'm just going to change... I have no crit rate from that. I have no dendro bonus from that. I don't think... No, I don't have an ER main stat. But I guess I need one if I want Yao Yao to be optimal. What else we got? Crit... I have like 054 for both of them. And I'm not going to worry about the rest. Okay, that barely changed anything. Yayo's stats are irrelevant, apparently. So I'm still lost as to why... theirs is so much better than mine. I wish it didn't do that. That's set. Yar. Okay, so what if I dropped HP by... How much does that give? 30%. So I'll drop this to a 6. For ER, I'll add... I don't even know how much it adds, but I'll add the same amount. Still fucking not enough. Let me just arbitrarily give her way more ER. What does a plus 20 give for ER? I literally don't have a plus 20 ER. Okay, there we go. So that's 45 at plus 17. I'm just gonna give it, I don't know. Yeah, I gave it 30. Let me give it another 20. Still not enough. But it is seeming to explain Oh, my Catane isn't even leveled either. Forgot about that. What if I did level it? Let's assume that I'll level it at some point. Yeah, so since my stats are so much worse than this person's, that's kind of just how that's gonna be. So it sounds like she needs instructor. The problem with instructor is that she needs field time to trigger a reaction, which means my current rotation is not gonna work. Which means I don't care, fuck it. Her tenacity sucks anyway. .5. Well, now it's going down. Alright, whatever. I'm over it. The Lion's Roar should be better. But the problem is, I need the crit rate from Black Sword at the moment. Instructor should be better, but I don't feel like farming it, and it's negligible, and it will require completely changing my rotation. And Iaio needs a lot more ER, because apparently her burst is worthwhile. But not really, if she can't trigger stuff. And Xiphos is better, but I'm never going to get that because I'm never rolling on the weapon banner. And they're missing Golden Troop. Okay, well. I think what I've determined is that I'm going to level, or I'm going to farm for Lion's Roar mats. That's the easiest thing I can do at the moment. Because it is available. I believe it's this one? Yes. Lion's Roar. Nani? One must Nani. And then I need to re-gear Yao Yao, I guess. I don't fucking know. What am I fighting in this domain? Actually, I think this is the lightning domain. Yeah, it is. So this is not the team that I want to bring. I'll just bring this team. The 1.0 domains, literally the worst domains in the game.
Adventure time. There you are. Clouds high. The birds call.
Can I fucking do anything?
One with nature.
Born of ice and frost. Shine. How long are you here to please me?
No.
Let me amuse myself a little. The The more, the merrier. Ha! Look at me. Just once more.
Alright, what do we got? Nice rewards. Okay, I'm gonna need a lot of these to level this thing all the way up. I'm barely melting anything, honestly. I think I'm gonna use my key.
Here to play with me.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Let me amuse myself a little. Look at me. Just once.
Alright, do I want to do that again? So I can craft 17 blues. I mean, I need way more of this anyway. I'm just gonna do it.
Are you?
This is long overdue.
As one with wind and cloud!
Everybody stand back!
Shine. There you are. Let me amuse myself a little. Look at me.
I don't think that was on my side.
Just once more.
What else we got? 17. 17. 4. Alright, see how much I can upgrade Lion's Roar.
Next on the agenda.
Alright, pillars. Okay, I only need to keep 6 of those. So, 1, 2. Well, they're gonna send it pretty good. All right. 101. Ascend. Up. 9, 54, 95. Send it again. Fortunately, I'm not sure if I have enough. I do, I have exactly enough. Poggers. 6, 22, 6. Send it again. Now all I need is the golds. And I am out of these. Lion's Roar. I don't even know what this thing does. Nice attack sword. The equipping character. Oh, it gives you an Arca. Current type of the Sword of Narcissus Quartz? Well, how do you change the type? Alright, whatever. We upgraded Lion's Roar a little bit. That's about all I can do today. Lamau. Type
Should
Lamau
we
now to
really
confirm
be
Lamau.
off work this early? There is still a lot.
What do we got? Nothing? Alright. Alright. So I think I need to get Serpent Spine. I think I'm probably done for now. What am I up to? 800? Cool. That's for the 4.3 fund, because I don't want anything else in 4.2. We're all good here. We're good here. Oh yeah, let me see about gearing Yao Yao. Again. I tried to gear her so many times because I don't know what the fuck to put on her. According to KQM, I'm pretty sure I used KQM to gear her all the times that I've tried to gear her, and I just like come away with different answers every time. Yeah, it wants HP on her. And that's what I'm doing. Her HP is kind of not that needed because she does so much healing anyway. Yeah, she does split scaling. Her HP is only good for heals, it looks like. And her other is only good for... uses attack for damage and HP for healing. Oh, that's fucking in... okay, that's just stamina, though. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, so this is what HP is good for. Her C4. That seems like it. Because her healing is good enough without this. Or without HP being stacked. But if you have HP stacked and you have C4, then you're also getting up to 120 EM, which is nice. What max HP does she need to reach 120? Calculator, get over here. So elemental mastery will be increased by 0.3% of her HP, of her max HP. So we would need to do 120 divided by 0.003. 40,000 is the cap. It is a lot of HP. That does require full investment into HP to get the full bonus. But honestly, she'll probably have 20,000 without that, which is 60 EM. So between investing in HP and not investing in HP, that's a difference of 60 EM. Which you could just put a goblet on. And that's way more. So yeah, and HP is not worth it. We're not investing in HP. Fuck you, KQM. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I guess I just need to build Yayo as a DPS, and just her healing is just going to be good enough on its own anyway. I've been building her as a healer because that's what KQM says to do, but why? Literally, why? Bird stats. EM. Yar. Nilu Bloom teams. I don't have Nilu Bloom teams. I only use Yayo and Quicken. Alright, well I'm gonna do that off stream, because this is gonna be boring. Not much to be done here. Plus there's like Thanksgiving stuff going on, so whatever. Alright, well that's all for today. Later. Probably that's all for indefinitely. Until 4.3. But we'll see.